Hi, good afternoon, everybody. It's Fred Anderson here. I'm the trainer of Awaken the Spirit, and we've developed a program called Soup and Bannock for the Soul. And it's a 3 to 5 day fun workshop on having fun in recovery. A lot of people in our communities, when they see workshop, a lot of people almost go, "Oh no!" But I assure people that it's a lot of fun. It's actually based on humor. It's based on laughter, that if you laugh, you'll last. That if you make your journey a joyful one, good things will attract good things into our life. And that's why we called it Soup and Bannock for the Soul. And we tell people faulty ideas create faulty experiences. So we want to make this a great experience. I'm up in Gold River today. I just checked in. Looking for it. I haven't been here in over 20 years. The last time I was in this community used to be down by the mill, wherever that is, and I stayed with a couple named with Benny Jack, and I got to meet their two boys at that time, and they're grown up today, and I've met them in their adulthood, and it's nice to see those changes with other people, right? So we're up here for 3 days doing Soup and Bannock for the Soul, called Making My Life Count. The second day is called Making Your Journey a Joyful One. The third day is called I've Got the Power. So it's just geared to fun and inspiration. Let's put it that way. I have to let you know that anybody that I work with Awaken the Spirit, we've been through everything that we talk about. That there isn't anything that we talk about that we haven't been through ourselves, whether it be drug addiction, alcoholism, gosh, you name it. We separated from families, residential schools, to foster homes. I was part of the 60s scoop. I don't know if you guys heard much about that. That's the next wave coming. Kids that have been through foster care. And I always say that some people drink from the fountain of knowledge and others gargle. And it's about, how many of you guys ever meet those people that say, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, yeah, I'm going to do this, but they don't do anything. They're called talkers and dumpers. People that talk, talk, talk and never do. And dumpers. How many of you got those friends that are called dumpers? They dump all of their feelings on you. And then they go, oh, I feel so much better now. And you say, well, why do I feel so crappy? Because we allowed our friends to dump on us. And that's what we talk about here is your friendships. Who do you associate with? You know, your friends can be your friends, but they also can be an enemy in disguise. And that's what I share with it. I think a real friend is somebody that knows absolutely everything about you and still loves you anyway. A good friend is somebody who walks in when the rest of the world walks out. And when I fell in the 90s, I found out who my real friends were. And they're still my friends today. You know, Stan Matthew, Maggie Hodgson, Lee Brown, Alden Pompano. I can go on and on and on with the people that have stood by me. Gus Wilson, all of these years, right? Dwayne Howard. People that have saw something in me and said, Fred, we need you. One of the ones that was inspirational in bringing me back into the work that I'm doing today is Pearl Hunt. And I send my love and my prayers out to you wherever you may be, Pearl. These are the people that told me, Fred, you've got it. We need you back into our communities, but I didn't see it at the time. And today I see 10 years down the road. I tell people, when your dreams turn to dust, vacuum. And I told them, you were born with it. It's something that's in you. It's not something that you look for. You were born with it. And each one of us, we have a gift in order to move forward. And if you don't change, life and time repeats itself. So for me, change. I've changed so much over the past almost 15 years. I'm coming up back on this great walk in recovery. I spent my first almost 4 years this time through counseling, like timeline therapy and very heavy counseling, because when I was in recovery before, I never talked about it. I didn't talk about those things I went through when I was young. Those foster homes, the abuses I went through today. And you know what? It doesn't prevent me from being happy today. I'm just, you know what? I'm just 51, and I'm just now starting to live. I'm just now starting to see what they call the forest for the trees. I'm just now starting to experience real serenity. I can be in a hotel room by myself with no TV on, no nothing. I'm still happy. They say there is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. Make your journey a joyful one. Just like my teacher, Alden, used to say, Fred, you happy? Yeah. Are you really happy? Yes. Then tell your face. So I had to tell my face that I'm happy. So this week, I'm going to be sharing with the Moachit people this week in Gold River. If you know of anybody in the area and if you've been through my workshops, give them some words of encouragement. Let them know that these workshops are meant to uplift. They're meant to inspire. They're meant to show you that no matter what you've gone through in your life, you are where you are right now only by choice. I've learned that success and happiness is a choice, and so is failure. So is depression. So is a lot of other things that we live there by choice. And if you get up and dig your way out of it, good things will happen. You know, I learned another thing. The reason why I've met some friends, I said, how many of you here are ever afraid of death? Lots of people put their hand up. The reason why we're afraid of dying is because you've never lived. You've never truly lived. I've been all over the country, worked with almost every tribe in North America. And I go back to my home community, and there's probably people that have lived there all of their lives and never left. And I tell people that you can go anywhere, and I share this with my kids. Don't stay here. There's a whole world to see. And I see that with joy today. I see that with real happiness today. And I heard this story. This is how other people impact you. Speaking of Gold River. There's the mayor in Gold River. They had these days going on and that they have every year on the island. And there's the mayor of Gold River, you know, going down on the float, you know, waving in the parade and waving over here and waving over there. And he looks down to the crowd of people and he tells his wife, he goes, hey, honey, isn't that your ex down there? Isn't that your ex old man that owns that Shell gas station? And she goes, yeah. Just think, if you would have married him, you would have been the wife of a gas attendant. She said, no, if I would have married him, he would have been mayor. So sometimes, like me, you know what? The inspiration I get is from my spouse. She inspires me to get out here. And I tell her every time I leave, I give her a hug and I say, wish me luck. Wish me luck. And that's what gets me going, you know. I've learned that the only thing that we don't have any choice about is making choices. Either you make your days bad or you make it good. You can't look at somebody and say, you ruined my day. That's not true. You allowed them to. You handed your power over to somebody else. And I've learned that you can have anything that you want in your life if you give up the belief that you can't get it. And you know, so I'm looking forward to this week. The first day, like I was sharing before, we've got, you know, making my life count. I know that if I were to die today, thousands of people right across the country would know because the impact that you may get made on their lives. And the sad thing is, there's somebody going to leave the world today without a trace. And what we'll read on their tombstone is not used up. What's the Creator going to say to you when your time comes? He's going to ask you, what have you done with the gifts that I gave you? There are some people, I met this young lady while I was in Port Alberni, amazing artist, amazing. And I'm giving you this message right now, Jade. You're an amazing artist. You need to believe that. And I hope that one day, years down the road, you'll come up to me and say, do you remember me? Because you were born with it. And those gifts were given to you. They weren't given to anybody else. It was given to you. And that's what I was told about my speaking. That, Fred, it was given to you. So I'm going to share this with you guys in closing today. See, I always told people that old age isn't bad if you consider the alternative. You know, the other thing I always share with people that, you know, live each day as if it were your last, because one day you'll be right. So in closing, I want to share this with you. I shared it in one other video. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, and all that you dream and your scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, if you simply sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all your the opposition for it, if you go after that thing that you want with all your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold, poverty, famine, nor gout, sickness of body and brain can keep you away from that thing that you want. If dogged and grim you besiege and beset with the help of God, you'll get it. You'll get it. You can't do it alone. We need to believe in something. I believe in a higher power today. I believe that I was given some gifts today. I believe that I'm here for a reason today, just like you are. It doesn't matter who you are. If you asked the Creator one time in your life, you said to yourself, Creator, why am I here? Then you know what I mean. I'm talking to you. That you were born with it. When kids are learning how to walk, they don't fall down and say, forget it, and never try again. We'll all be crawling around today. You were born with it. So I want to share that with you today, that whatever it is that you're going through in your life, instead of saying, I'm going through a lot, say, I'm growing through it. That's what builds your character. Everything I've gone through in my life, you guys, the abuses I went through as a kid, and I mean all kinds of abuses that I just now start to talk about while I was in a lot of those homes I was in. The things that I witnessed as a kid. The foster homes that I went to as a kid, only 2 of them out of many homes that I went to were good. And then when I got into addiction, the things after I thought people were trying to kill me, I started trying to kill myself with addiction. And I don't do that today. I see the possibilities today. The blessing is I have some young lives in my life that look forward to their dad coming home. And they've never seen me drink. They've never seen me use drugs. I've never lifted my hand to my spouse, not one time, because I know that it's worth something. So thank you guys so much for listening. Remember, we're all spirit having a human experience, and we're all here to walk each other home, even if it's for 3 days. And I look forward to the 3 days in Gold River. If you know of anybody in Gold River, let them know, please. Let them know how this workshop is. Maybe send it to other people or tag them. Check out my website, www.awakenthespirit.ca. And leave a comment, please. So post and share. Thank you so much. Have a really good day. And remember, if you're happy, tell your face.